The patrons have spoken, and Nico Collins with his new contract is on the block, guys. 12-team Superflex PPR 1.75 tight end premium start 11. Scott, are you going to take Nico Collins or Stefon Diggs and a 25-second?
Start 11, the 25-second. Can it buy me a starting running back if I need one? If so, I'd be fine taking the Diggs in the second side. And here's the reason. Nico Collins is clearly 2 tiers above Stefon Diggs. He's on the way up. Stefon Diggs is leveled off, if not falling down. I think with Nico Collins, though, you have zero ability to go up from Nico Collins. He is what he is. He's Brandon Ayuk at his peak. He's DJ Moore at his peak. He never gets any higher. He won't produce any higher. He's not going to produce any higher because he has 2 other good receivers next to him, along with a good tight end. If you're fading CJ Stroud, especially, there's zero way you can convince me Nico Collins is a top 10 receiver. And I'm not saying he can't be top 12, top 15, but I'm also guessing because he came from 3rd round range, didn't do anything till his 3rd year. I just don't think you ever go anywhere with him other than I think I have the best player that I can buy, but I can't tier up, meaning I should just keep him. Because I'm not selling him for a random first, but I'd be willing to do this deal if that second can buy me a starter. So that's the caveat, because I just don't think you can tier up off Nico.
Shane, Stefon Diggs gets 155 targets a year. Is him plus a plus worth more than Stefon Diggs?
Stefon Diggs.
I mean, then Nico Collins, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Steph Diggs is he's the cuck. He's the little cuck there. He got there and they said, that contract, how quickly can we get out of that? So let's redo that. Nico Collins just got a $1 billion, I think is the exact figure. Nico Collins was wide receiver 7 last year. I don't know if a wide receiver 7 has ever been disrespected as much as Nico Collins. I don't need to tear up from Nico Collins. So I'm taking Nico Collins. I understand that Steph Diggs is there. Yes. He gets 150 targets. We saw the decline of Steph Diggs, last year. Steph Diggs is going to be a one and done. They're going to test him out next year and be like, oh no, this is not what we want. So he's gone. Nico Collins going to continue on being a top 10 wide receiver, and that second's not going to. You can get a starter in a start 11, but nah, I'm going to hold on to Nico there.
Scott, I'm trying to buy Nico Collins from you right here. I have 201, which, by the way, is basically 1.13. This year, 113, 201, and 109 is basically the same pick. And I'm going to add a first next year. Can you give me Nico Collins?
Tell you what, that 201, I'm going to be able to get a player that I probably have a window where I can probably turn into another first. I may not be able to do it on the clock. Could be Bo Nix, could be Michael Penix. Think decent shot I get one of those 2, plus I'm adding a 25 first. Yeah, this is just one of those where we may disagree on what Nico Collins is, but I think it's fair to say he's not in a range where you're just regularly pulling 2 firsts. So I would take the package here. I'm taking the pick and the 25.
Shane, 201 is still have a 2 in front of it. Are you going to take Nico or the 2 and the additional first?
Man, so this feels like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth if I take this package, right? Because I literally just declined a package that's very similar to this, right? Steph Diggs and the second. But it's not, because this is more liquid, right? This is all liquidity. This is a first and a 201. This I could actually do more with than I could with Diggs in a second. This you could talk me into, especially if my roster is not particularly good. Because as Scott was talking about in the last trade, I can do more with a pick than I can with Nico for whatever reason. Well, we talk about it a lot. Just picks are easier to move than people for many, many reasons. Mostly because picks are vapor, and vapor doesn't have weight, whereas human beings have actual weight. So if you want to talk about from a scientific and actual, I would take the package in most instances, I would think.
We're going to move quick on this one. This is a selfish one because this is a trade that actually I did, guys. It's 12-team Superflex PPR, 175 tight end premium start 11. Nico, Gardner, Minshew, or Mike Evans, Raheem Mostert, and Curtis Samuel. I'm not going to tell you which side I was on, Scott.
Well, Alan, you are a esteemed host of Trades in 5 and 5, and I really hope you were on the Nico Collins side here. Only because Gardner Minshew, I mean, will he give you a couple starts or half a year of starts? Yep. So he's probably worth Curtis Samuel. So you were able to get Nico Collins for a 30-year-old Mike Evans and Raheem Mostert. Yes, this is a smash for the Nico side. I've been a little critical of him in this episode, but I think Shane's even shaking his head. Like, he's laughing at the team that gave up Nico for that package.
What's it going to be?
So yeah, this gets shared in our patron Discord, and this is one of the ones where I make fun of the other owner, and I go, dude, you thieverized that person. Like, I make fun of them. I'm like, you're playing with children. That's not okay. So yeah, that's not okay, Alan. You shouldn't be playing with children. You're a grown man. Not all right.
All right, let's continue the conversation about Nico in the Discord, guys.